May I? Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto and I'm a photographer. And today I have the Tamron 20 to 40mm f2.8 zoom lens with me, and I think this might be the best zoom for street photography, at least if you are shooting on full frame. But before I start, I'd like to say big thanks to Focus Nordic Finland for lending me this lens for this trip. They are always so kind and very supportive. Big thanks, Focus Nordic Finland. Good. Today I'm gonna walk at Chowkit Market here in Kuala Lumpur and see what this lens can do. Chowkit is an excellent place for photos because you really have to try not to get any half-decent shots there. Besides, it's also covered. It looks like it might rain again today. It's been raining a lot lately, almost every day. Thank you. This Tamron is remarkably compact and lightweight for what it is. I'm aware that there are many lenses, zoom lenses, that are smaller than this, but they don't start at 20mm and they don't have a constant maximum f2.8 aperture, and some of those lenses are for smaller formats. So of course, if you have a kit lens for, say, Micro Four Thirds camera, it's going to be smaller than this, but it's not the same thing. Thank you. What I first noticed is the autofocus that is super quick and reliable, and it seems to work 100% with Sony face recognition. And by the way, this lens is only available for Sony E-mount at the moment, which is kind of a shame, I think, because I think there are other cameras that would also deserve this really interesting looking lens. At first I got a couple of slightly blurry pictures, but that was not because of the autofocus. It was my auto ISO settings, and my shutter speed went all the way to 1/30th of a second, and some of those things that I was shooting were moving, and that's why I got some slightly blurry pictures. But that was not really the fault of the lens or the camera, it was my fault. Can I take a picture? Oh, sorry. Chowkit Market can be a little bit crowded and congested at times, and I found that it was really super nice to be able to zoom out all the way to 20mm for some of the shots, and it gave me a lot of flexibility. But at the same, I think I felt a little bit confused because I don't use a zoom lens often for that kind of photography, and sometimes I felt I had too many options to choose from regarding the focal length or the zoom setting. May I take a picture? And by the way, what is your preferred lens for street photography? Is it a zoom? Is it a prime? And if it's a zoom, what kind of a zoom? And if it's a prime, what kind of a prime? Please do leave a comment down below. May I? Thank you. What I seem to do with zoom lenses very often is that I either shoot at the widest end or at the longest end, and not so much at any of the intermediate focal lengths, like in this case 24, 28mm or 35. I don't know why it is like that, but with every zoom I tend to use either the shortest or the longest focal length and very little anything in between. What about you? Do you see the same with zoom lenses? This Tamron 20 to 40mm f2.8 together with the Sony a7 IV camera body makes a really nice lightweight and compact setup for this kind of photography. Of course, it's a lot bigger than the Ricoh GR3 or 3X that I normally use for this kind of photography, but I never feel that the camera size is holding me back, and it doesn't look like it's intimidating or too big also to the people I'm photographing, and that is important too. Sometimes that super capable big professional camera just can be too much and it can scare people and you may not be able to get the shots you want. And now I'd like to remind you of the workshop that I'm organizing with my good friend Peter Fosgaard in August 2023 in Helsinki, Finland. Please do check out the link down below to find out more and join in if you'd like to become a better photographer and a better storyteller. We'd love to see you in Helsinki, Finland in August 2023. In this environment, I find this zoom range just about perfect. 20mm is wide enough. If I have to be close, very close to my subject, I can still get some of the environment in the picture too, not just the face of the person, for example. But 40mm is long enough focal length for some half-body portraits, and f2.8 gives me enough background separation too. Okay. Today I'm not judging the sharpness or optical capabilities of this lens, but based on these pictures it looks like a very sharp lens, and also the background bokeh looks pretty decent to me, and I can't see many like downsides so far regarding the optical side of this lens. So is this the perfect or the best zoom lens for street photography? That is of course very subjective, but to me this looks very nice, and it's not far from the best or the perfect zoom lens for street photography, at least for my kind of street photography. It's very looks like very sharp. Autofocus is fast and reliable. It's relatively compact for what it is, and I can't find many downsides right now at the moment, but I guess I have to come back to this lens later in another video and shoot some other type of pictures too. I hope you enjoyed this little photo walk today here in Chowkit Market, Kuala Lumpur, and if you enjoyed it and if you found this video helpful, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. There's a link down below for that if you don't live in Finland. Thank you so much, and I'll definitely see you in the next video.